coming to you live from my room. What's up, YouTube? It is October 26th. I am finally back home from all my travels from Vegas, Europe, everything. And while Vegas was a blast, I had so much fun. I got to enjoy so much time with my friends. I got to be a 21-year-old. Probably won't do that ever again. I drank 1 out of the 5 nights that we were there. I drank on my birthday, and that was it. The rest I had like maybe 1 alcoholic drink, and the rest was food and lots of food, because that's my idea of fun. Just weighed myself, and I'm weighing in at 125 pounds, 0.7 I think it was, which means I am up 8 pounds from stage weight, which is actually quite a bit. You can tell in my face, but I'm so poopy right now. Probably around where I'd like to stay this off season. Obviously I know a lot of it is water weight, so that's why I'm not completely worried about it. I mean, honestly, there's nothing else that I could expect with the way that I have eaten over the past 5-6 days. I was very active. I still hit the gym a few times while I was there, actually. At the end of the day, what matters the most is just getting back to a regular routine. That being said, though, I definitely am really excited to get back to just like a regular routine with my normal food, get back to making macro-friendly recipes for you guys, and just get back to my normal life, I guess. It definitely felt weird going out 5 nights in a row, and it's not for me. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy what I do on the regular, so that was definitely different, but I think it's just something that you have to experience, I guess. You're only 21 once, so yeah, what is that? I want to do a little physique update for you guys, because I want you guys to see what I look like when I don't follow my own advice and go a little bit crazy. I can definitely say that I wasn't even trying to be very mindful or anything, just because I know that I'm so good when I'm following a plan. I ate the food that I wanted to eat. I went to the gym when I wanted to go to the gym. I stayed on my feet, and that's about all I could do. So, to me, making memories with my friends is worth a lot more than having to obsess over what I'm eating and everything, because regardless, whether I was in a big surplus or a little surplus, I would have still gained weight just because my body was so used to just being in a deficit. So that's just what would happen. I'm gonna do a little physique update for you guys. One of the first steps to getting rid of all the weight that you have gained when you are away on vacation is definitely hydrating. And out of all days, I don't have water at the apartment today, so made us and I grabbed a whole bunch of just 1.5 liter water bottles. You can't stress how important it is to get an adequate amount of water on a regular daily basis. At least 4 liters of water, which I believe is a gallon in the States, and it's definitely very important when it comes to getting back on track and just getting rid of all the excess water weight and flushing out all the water. So first tip right here, we're getting back on track. Since I am trying this while I am vlogging, thought I might as well show you guys. I bought this in Vegas. It's D's Naturals Fluff Butter. It's a protein-infused peanut spread. This one's a salted caramel sundae. I just tried it. It is really good. It's nothing like crazy, but it's pretty delicious. I've tried the vanilla one before, like last year when I did the Olympia. They were giving out samples, and I fell in love with it. So that's why I bought it when I saw it at GNC. It has 110 calories for 35 grams, which is 2 tablespoons, and it has 15 grams of fat, 7 carb, and 11 proteins. So it has some protein, has a little bit of carbs. The fat content is about the same as normal peanut butter. The protein is a bit higher, 11 grams for 2 tablespoons. Something different to change up your peanut butter spread, especially if you want to add some more protein to it. It smells amazing too. Having some PE Science protein pancakes for this first meal, and I added some of that spread on top. So I'm excited to see how it's going to taste together. Okay, so I lied. It's really, really, really good. Like, it actually tastes like a salted caramel sundae. I'm about to dig into this. I'm not sure what my macros are gonna be like for the day. I gotta talk to Jose here in a little bit. I am thinking of just going back to the 130 carb, 120 protein, and 40 fat. up until my weight kind of regulates back to normal. I'm probably still gonna be at like 122, 123 pounds by the time that all the water weight and all of that is gone. So I think I'm just gonna stick to those macros. I know that the most important thing to get your weight to regulate is making sure that you're being consistent with what you're doing. So that's my goal for the next few days, and that's about it. I'm definitely not going to stress about it though. Like I said, I'm off season. I have no reason why I need to be super lean or anything, and I'm really happy with how I look right now, honestly. I'm just happy to have some shape back. I feel good. Doing cardio feels good. My knees don't hurt. So just focusing on the good things that come with an off season, because there honestly is a lot of good that comes with it. So that's my main focus right now, not getting back to a stage lean physique or anything like that. So my main goal right now is just basically getting rid of the water that I might be holding on to, and just jumping into this off season to make some improvements in my physique and whatever else may come with it. You guys, I let it get dark out. I literally came home, sat down on my computer, have gotten up a few times to eat, but other than that, it's been straight work. The main purpose of this video is basically to talk about traveling, things that you can do to stay on track while you are away, or things that you can do to get back on track. I had someone on Instagram asking me to do a video talking about this because they went on a trip and they gained some weight and they didn't feel comfortable during their time away. Honestly, when I was in Rome, I found myself feeling very overwhelmed because there was so much food around me, and I was trying to hit my macros and follow my macros, and I wanted to avoid any kind of crazy weight gain just because I was coming off of competition prep and my body was in a very sensitive state where I could put fat on very easily. To me, it's not so much getting the weight back, it's just getting the weight back very fast, because I don't want to put that kind of stress on my body. It's not good to do that, and that's why people reverse diet, and that's why you should take post-show very seriously, because after putting your body through such a big deficit, such a strict diet, you definitely don't want to overload it with all these calories that it's not used to digesting. So that was one of the main reasons why I felt very overwhelmed when I was in Rome. But at the same time, I reminded myself that I was in a place where I'm not going to be back in a while. I was on vacation. I had just came off of 20-some week prep. So I reminded myself that it was okay to have some of the food if I really wanted to, and if I didn't hit my macros. And that same thing goes to those of you out there who are going on vacation and are worried about overeating and gaining weight. You have to kind of adapt this mindset that it's okay to have the food. What isn't okay is to overeat. You have to make sure that you're balancing what you're eating out. So if you know that you're gonna have a bigger meal for lunch or for dinner or for breakfast, then maybe for the rest of the day have some lighter meals. I definitely don't recommend like stressing about this kind of stuff when you're away traveling, though. You have to remember that when you think back on life, you're not gonna remember how you felt about yourself and how lean you were. You're gonna remember the memories you make. And if you're constantly stressing about what you're eating and obsessing over what you're gonna eat, then you're really not gonna enjoy your time away. So I would just recommend, you know, being mindful, enjoying your time away. And so what if you gain too much weight, or and so what if you gain a few pounds back? Like, that's completely fine. You can worry about that when you're home, when you're back in a place that's not that special, I guess. To me, traveling is such a beautiful thing, and it's such an amazing opportunity that not many people get to have. So even though I have traveled a lot when I'm prepping and I don't get to fully enjoy the experience, I definitely do take advantage of it when I'm not prepping. And if I want to eat food, then I will eat the food. I think it's really good to just remind yourself that it's an experience you're only going to get once in your life, maybe a few times, but even then, it's the time to make memories, to focus on the present moment and not focus on what's going into your body, how much fat you're gaining, and obsessing over those kind of things, because at the end of the day, that's not what you're gonna remember in the long run. And then once you're back home, the most important thing is just getting back on track, getting back into a gym routine, following a set of macros, following a nutrition plan, or something that's just gonna help you kind of get back into some sort of routine, because that's what, truthfully, at the end of the day, will help you with fat loss. Even if it's water weight, I would recommend drinking a lot of water, like a lot of water. I'm probably gonna increase my water intake by 3 liters today, so I'll do around 8 liters of water today. Another thing as well is doing a few low carb days just to get rid of that extra glycogen that has been stored from overeating. I like to do a few days in the deficit. How big you want the deficit to be is completely up to you. Another thing I would recommend as well is using dandelion root, asparagus, both natural diuretics, and they will help you get rid of that extra water. Making sure you're getting your veggies in, your protein, getting a good amount of fibrous carbohydrates in your diet. That will help you feel satisfied during the time that you are in a deficit, and just basically getting some kind of structure into your daily routine after you're away on vacation and you come back and you follow something for at least a week. Your body's going to respond right away because it's not used to being on a structured plan. So that's how I get back on track when I come back from any kind of trip where I overindulge. Like I said, it's honestly not that serious. It's not a big deal at all. I know that I'm 150% consistent when I'm home, which is I let myself get a little bit loose in Vegas. But if you are looking for some tips for when you are traveling and you are trying to stay on track, the main thing I would say is making sure that you stay in apartments or somewhere where you have a kitchen available to you, because this way you'll be able to cook your own food. I also recommend packing foods that you can eat while you are maybe sightseeing, things like almonds, protein bars. I like taking protein powder and oats because I like making my oatmeal just with hot water. If you don't have microwaves available to you, you can do that. Also, making sure that you're getting enough protein in is very important. And I think that's about it. Just making sure that you're staying active on your feet. Try finding apartments that are close to a gym, so that way you can get at least like a cardio session or a lifting session first thing in the morning, and just basically being very conscious of what you're doing. So I hope that helped you guys. I will be sharing my progress as I get back on track with you guys. I've done something like this before when I came back from the Arnold. It's definitely happened a few times to me. I think it's normal to overindulge. I don't think anyone should feel guilty about it, and a part of the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because I want you all to know that I do it too, and it happens to me too. Obviously, if I had it my way, I would have rather not came home with an extra 7 pounds on me, especially because I'm post-show right now and my body probably is hating me for doing this. But like I said, it happened. It's in the past. I'm not gonna sit here and feel guilty about it when I enjoyed every single bite. So all I can do now is move forward, get back on track, be consistent, and kill this off season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope these tips were helpful. I'm sorry that my voice is like pretty much gone. I don't know what's going on. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, anything to tell me, make sure to leave it down below. See you guys next vlog.